What we know is that there's a lot of services that are typically outsourced when you're a large company tax department. So you got things like your tax prep, sales and use, transfer pricing, compliance, property tax. There's so many different areas, payroll tax even, and of course our favorite, the R&D tax credit. Many, many services that are outsourced today. So the folks providing the services here, the service providers, typically fall into the following categories of big four CPA firms. You got your top 20 firms also, specialty tax firms like Massey, and then even AI firms getting in on the action. In many cases, there's a lot of AI investment going on at all of these firms. What we've found is the investment's happening really in two places. One being workflow and workforce automation, trying to make themselves better internally, improving processes, just generally improving the company's functions overall for many, many reasons. The second piece of the AI spend and investment falls into the AI platforms for the client services. So this is where you start seeing it here in the tax world. So you're getting an AI platform for tax prep, another one being offered to you for sales and use, different ones out there for all of these different services that you need. There's AI platforms being developed for all of them. So you got different platforms for your different services from different service providers. And think about it is, Jason, these platforms are designed maybe by hundreds of different companies, various levels of functionality, various levels of investment going into them, a lot of different user interfaces, but most importantly, many different levels of security standards in these platforms. So the other thing is, like, these platforms are basically designed to access and to gather and to manipulate like the most sensitive pieces of information at your company. You got payroll data, you got research documentation, you got contracts, you got supplier data, patents, and the list goes on. So, so does anybody see kind of a problem with this? Well, these guys do. These are your cybersecurity and your data security folks at your company are not really thrilled when you're bringing in all of these different options for AI platforms developed by hundreds of different companies. So what we've been seeing happening is that the tax department is being directed internally, what we would call behind the firewall, your own internal systems. So a lot of you guys out here on the call have internal AI teams, which are working on your workflow and workforce automation internally at your company. And a lot of folks also have tax technology teams at your company who are being tasked now with helping you in the tax department to take a look and bring in some of these AI things, but maybe develop them internally. So where does Massey come into all of this? Well, this is why we're here to help with best practices. Massey, we position ourselves what we call again behind the firewall. Even with our R&D tax services,